blame you for the moonlit sky.
From the depths of radio nothingness comes Radio Nowhere.
This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there?
WJBD is proud to permit Radio Nowhere.
I blame you for the moonlit.
Full service 100.1 FM, WJBD. No. There should be music here, shouldn't there? Yes. I think I have your wrong mic on even. How about that? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Hey! Let's see. What is it called?
Glad to see that the production quality has remained the same since I've been gone.
We're back.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
I don't even have any headphones.
Oh, okay. Well, it did play. It finally played.
Oh, that's good.
So, it is Sunday morning. You are listening to Radio Nowhere, Matt Tackett, and
Steve Stein.
how's that even possible?
Well, how is it?
Well, see, 2 weeks ago, I received this text when Matt Leibarger and I were working and doing the show, and it said more or less, and I erased it because I was just dumbfounded by it, but it said more or less that you'd quit the show.
Well, I had. However, after a lengthy conversation with Matt that he...
Matt Donahoe?
Matt Donahoe
Okay.
called me crying. I mean, he was in tears. He was blubbering all over himself and just didn't know how the show could possibly go on without me. And those of you that listened last week, it was just him. And I don't know if you could maybe hear in his voice this pain and suffering he was going through. But he has convinced me that I must come back and the show must go on. So here I am.
Ready to rock you like a hurricane?
Yeah, sure.
So what else have you been up to other than being begged to come back?
Well, tonight we had our RC racing. And
Oh, wait! Before we get there, can we back announce our songs real quick?
Yeah, we probably ought to.
First, we heard Tasman Archer, "Sleeping Satellite," a song you and I both enjoy immensely.
Mm-hmm. Great song.
And then the Vanilla Ice import from Canada, as I recall, "Snow," and "Informer."
Yeah, that song's just dumb.
But we played it anyway.
We did.
So anyway, RC racing.
Yes, we had an awesome turnout and had a lot of fun, a lot of crashes. I won 2 races, I believe.
Out of?
I don't know, more than 2, several.
2 out of
But
more than 2.
I'll take my 2 wins, and I didn't break anything, so that's always a positive.
It is a positive.
And speaking of racing, I promised an ex-coworker of mine that I would give him a shout-out for being the WJBD Racing Challenge winner for last week.
Really?
Yes, Joe Goff has claimed the prize. He won it a couple times last year and never got a T-shirt, and he's, I think, still a little hostile about that and really wondering if he gets one this week or not. But I told him I would at least give him a radio shout-out. So, Joe, congratulations.
He does realize he actually has to come to the station. It just doesn't magically appear.
Yeah, but he says he never gets an email. And actually, if you remember, I believe we custom made him a T-shirt last year.
Which I would have thought.
That should account for something.
I would have thought.
But anyway.
All right. Well, hey, what do you say we do some more music?
Let's do it.
Here's one of my bands I like, and I believe, let me just, before I step out on a limb here, I think they are back on tour. Let's see. Let me double check. The band, which was named after a character in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oompa Loompa?
Nope. Veruca Salt.
Oh,
Yeah, they're coming to St. Louis July 13th. I was
Cool.
thinking that was the case. They're back on the road. And this is the song that made them immensely popular, but, I've not heard it in forever. So we can play it, right?
we can.
It's Seether. It's on Radio Nowhere, WJBD. Radio Nowhere, WJBD, U2, and who's going to ride your wild horses also?
Cowboys?
I would think maybe the Dallas Cowboys, perhaps.
Maybe.
Maybe. Before that, Veruca Salt and Seether, and I don't know what was going on with the levels there. Radio speak for why was it so quiet? Steve, any thoughts?
No.
Okay. I was going to tell you. Did you've not since you? Well, we thought you'd quit the show. We'd been cashing in your John's Biscuit coupons because we thought you were gone. Sorry about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I'm mad.
Well,
I had like a pile.
well, they're good biscuits, I tell you. But I had received an email from John himself. He was disappointed at the radio commercial that we've been running for John's Biscuits. And I assured him that it was my understanding that the station had cut the commercial to the standards and the exact specifications that he'd asked for.
Mm-hmm.
But, apparently not.
Well, first and foremost, apparently then John is okay after encountering the Easter Bunny a few weeks ago.
As far as I know, I saw him there the other day.
Was he bandaged up or anything?
No, he's looked all right.
Okay.
He looked like, he
Well, he's a tall guy.
he looks a little sickly normally.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem. But
What is he, 7 foot something?
I can never recall. But anyway, he did. Apparently, he called the station and talked to the traffic manager and asked that the commercial not run anymore because he was so disappointed with it.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, have you've heard it?
I thought I had, but maybe it's something different. The one I heard was pretty good.
Well, here it is. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Hello, friend of mine. How much do you like eating food with your mouth?
I very much like eating the food with my mouth, especially the biscuit foods.
If the words you are saying to me are truth, then you must go on down to John's Biscuit Emporium.
John's Biscuit Emporium? Whatever could that be? Mayhap a source for biscuit?
It is the place for tasty, fresh biscuit buying in Salem. They only ever sell the most freshest of biscuits for eating, yum.
The fresh is my very favoritist biscuit to eat.
To eat with your mouth?
Why, yes, biscuit, sir, en route to my tummy.
Then let us adjourn to only freshness, not day old ever at all, at the epicenter of biscuitry, John's Biscuit Emporium.
I give the biscuit a hug, and then I take a bite.
Me too.
So I
didn't see a problem with that.
I think it's pretty good because it basically covers that John's does not sell day old biscuits. That
Right.
John's biscuits are always fresh.
That's true.
They're delicious. If you like to eat biscuits, then John's Biscuits has biscuits that you would like.
Come on down.
I guess it didn't really say the address or phone number.
Well, no, but I think anybody who knows anything knows where John's Biscuits are.
Well, it's a Salem institution.
It is. It is.
So it's like asking where the statue of
Where's the fire station, or where's William Jennings Bryan's statue?
Yeah.
It's just, if you give directions, if you're going that side of town, it's always, go down past John's Biscuits and hang a right.
It's more of the reference for everything else.
I think I thought it was like the capital of Salem for a short time.
Well, it sometimes feels like it is.
It should be if it's not.
Well, I don't know what the problem is there, but apparently there's a problem, so we're gonna
have to check in on that.
Have to look in on it. Well, you want to do a quick check of weather? We're almost to that time. It's 28 after, so if you want, we can play a song first, but we could do the weather as well.
We can do the weather. I can manage.
Okay.
I was not prepared, but I can be prepared pretty quickly.
You know, for taking a couple weeks off and quitting the show and coming back, I really expected more.
I know. It's just one of those things. Do I get an intro? Apparently not.
No.
Okay.
Why should it be any different?
Exactly. Tonight, we're looking for a low of 42. Mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, 68 and sunny with a low of 48 tomorrow night. Monday, 76, partly cloudy. Looking on throughout next week. Looks like it's going to be back up in the 80s through about Thursday, then with a chance of afternoon, evening thunderstorms. And looks like it's going to drop to the high 70s later in the week with maybe a chance of rain. Well, it's Memorial Weekend, so of course there's a chance of rain every day throughout Memorial Weekend. That's your forecast.
Did you have to turn your heat back on in the house?
I have not. I actually still have the windows cracked open a little bit. I'm holding out.
Yeah, we never turned the air on at the house.
Oh,
but
we did.
we had to turn the heat back on.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
I am glad we're getting a spring, though. That is pretty handy.
True,
it's not
but
just going straight from 15 feet of snow to 450 degrees Fahrenheit.
yeah, typically this time of year racing, though, we don't have to have a fire, and tonight we needed a good fire to stay warm, but oh well.
Oh, well. Well, let's get back into some music. This is The Clash from the album London Calling. It is Spanish Bombs.
Radio Nowhere, WJBD. That was Debbie Gibson with Losing Myself.
And despite the fact that it's a terrible song, you have such a ring of joy in your heart when you
Well,
say
yeah. Could you imagine if it had been the song that I initially had picked out that I had not heard of?
which there's a couple different directions we could go with that, and we'll go with neither.
Okay.
Before that, we did hear Johnny Cash, Personal Jesus, the Depeche Mode cover that was on America 4. Did you know the guitarist from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is actually doing the guitar work on that version?
I did not.
I didn't either.
Very interesting.
I thought so, too. And we started that off with The Clash and Spanish Bombs. You remember that
Now, are
song?
Spanish bombs any different than like other people's bombs?
Probably not.
Just probably the writing on the outside.
Probably. It's probably in Spanish.
In Bombay or something like that.
It is already 12:40. I'm still just kind of dumbfounded that John did not like the spot.
I am too. I didn't hear anything wrong with that. He should be proud.
I mean,
So like hours and hours of work went into that.
I mean, sure, it's no fantastic spot like this one is.
Rolls downstairs, a motor in pairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog. Looks great for a snack and fits on your back. It's long, long, long. It's long, long. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's long, long.
It's better than that. It's good.
Everyone wants a long. You're gonna love it long. Come on and get your long. Everyone needs a long.
Log from Blammo.
But you gotta at least accept that John's just not got quite the budget that Long had.
No, that's true. I mean, Blammo, you're talking about major corporation. I mean, John should know that, what we're dealing with here.
Yeah. But I do have it on reasonably good authority that they're going to recut the spot, try and make him a little happier, and hopefully keep the free biscuits rolling.
Yeah, don't they have like 70 ovens?
I can't remember the exact number, but it is
One biscuit per oven.
it is a humongous number of ovens.
I just know they're delicious. I mean, really.
What's your favorite of the?
I just do the plain biscuit.
Just plain
Little
biscuit. Do you
butter.
put a little butter, a little honey?
Sometimes, yeah. If I really want to mix it up, I throw a little honey on there.
That actually kind of. I was going to talk about this, but do you remember when 7-Eleven brought out the Big Gulp?
I do.
Do you remember how big it was?
Was it 11 ounces?
No, it was.
I don't know.
Well, they had a variety of them. And it seems to me that the Big Gulp, in my recollection, was 32 ounces.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know for sure.
For some reason, I was thinking in today's standards it was not much, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot. But the funny thing is, I can remember when that was a big deal. Okay, here it is. Big Gulp, 30 ounces. Yeah. And I remember when that was considered to be a humongous amount of soda.
It was.
I mean, just ridiculous amount of soda. And then they have the super big double gulp or whatever, and that was like 55 ounces or something.
Then I believe they had the bucket.
The bucket.
Just a 5-gallon bucket. You just went in and put a straw in it and good to go.
You just paid for an hour's worth of time, you put a straw in the machine, and whatever you could drink in that hour, that's what you got.
Mm-hmm. What's next? Water tower?
Well, I mean,
Here, tanker truck, gulp.
if you go to Vegas, you can get a Eiffel Tower-shaped beverage on the Strip, apparently. It's like
You would have thought
50 some odd ounces.
I know Vegas is all about whatever and whatever, but
now I'm curious. What is Vegas all about?
You would think
Whatever and whatever.
I mean, a beverage. Why Eiffel Tower? You would think they could have been a little more creative than that. Make it. I don't know.
Well, you do know that they have a replica of the Eiffel Tower there.
I do. I mean, they've probably got a replica of about everything there. But what does it have to do with a beverage and a drink? I mean, come on. Let's make it a.
What?
Again, I don't know. I mean, I can't give you, but
Make it a giant Coke bottle?
something. I mean, just look, it's an Eiffel Tower drink. Great.
I think the idea is that it was the vendor that sells it is right there by the Eiffel Tower.
It's probably
attraction.
In the same, it's probably the same hotel, and they gotta say, look, we got a small Eiffel Tower. Great.
Goodness. What do you say when you play another song?
Oh, I guess we probably better.
This one I like a lot, and I haven't heard it in a while. It's Sarah McLachlan, Blackbird. You remember this one?
Vaguely.
It's good. Radio Nowhere, WJBD.
Blackbird.
Full service, 100.1 FM, WJBD, the Cranberries, Dreams. Before that, we heard Sarah McLachlan's Blackbird, which is where should you know that song from, Steve?
The Blackbird song?
Yep.
I don't know. Did we discuss this?
No.
I don't know. I honestly do not know. Not sure I recognized it when it played.
The Beatles, little band from England.
I've heard of them. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, they've got. I think there's 4 Beatles.
Fred,
There's
Joe, and
Sleepy.
Dopey, and Doc.
Oh heavens!
This has been another spectacular show.
It has been. I think we've exceeded expectations.
I think so.
Well,
other than John. John seems to be hard to please.
Yeah, and I would say, I don't know. I thought we were better than that, but I guess not.
Well, if first you don't succeed, try again.
We will be finding another ad for John and telling the world about his delicious fresh baked biscuits.
I mean, I can't emphasize that enough. If you've not been to John's Biscuit Emporium, please go.
Well, let's play it one more time. Let's just try and listen to it with a more objective mind. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, friend of mine. How much do you like eating food with your mouth?
I very much like eating the food with my mouth, especially the biscuit foods.
If the words you are saying to me are truth, then you must go on down to John's Biscuit Emporium.
John's Biscuit Emporium? Whatever could that be? Mayhap a source for biscuit?
It is the place for tasty, fresh biscuit buying in Salem. They only ever sell the most freshest of biscuits for eating, Yum.
The fresh is my very favoritist biscuit to eat.
To eat with your mouth?
Why, yes, biscuit, sir, en route to my tummy.
Then let us adjourn to only freshness, not day-old ever at all, at the epicenter of biscuitry, John's Biscuit Emporium.
I give the biscuit a hug, and then I take a bite.
Me too.
I mean,
Again.
the epicenter of biscuit.
I mean, I guess that's a good direction.
I
Oh,
think
well.
that says it all.
Well, if you have liked what you heard,
Tell a friend.
if you don't like what you've heard,
Don't tell anybody. Ever.
I apologize to John for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's Harvey Danger. It's from David Letterman from 98. Flagpole Sitta. Radio Nowhere. WJBD Salem Centralia.
This has been an I Love Raisins production.